Om Gangadapate Namah, Sri Gurubhyo Namah, hariom. Friends, we will revel upon the usual or affirmations. How when we probe, then the reality, the reality is revealed, busted. Now we will examine these which we day and out make these contentions. Now we will start with I am versus there are now to start with we will revel upon the two entities. Entity is suppose an entity which has knowledge, it reveals as I am, and which has no knowledge, it is inhibited to say I am. It is known. So that which cannot say I am, it is known. That which can say I am, it is knowledge. So knowledge means I am. I am means knowledge. No knowledge means it cannot say I am, it is known. This from this parlance, if you see, now the known realms, domain, which has no knowledge, which is known, constitute the body, prana, our mind, vibrations of the mind, all our thoughts, feelings, emotions, and sense organs, and outer world, everything, gross elements, everything. All these are known, which cannot say I am. Now the general thing is, now we will say the primary quotes. I have book, or I have body. Let us say I have body, or I have some object. This is holds good because the held is inert, known, and the holder has knowledge. Because knowledge means I am means knowledge. Knowledge means I am both one and same. So this one, because there is a contrast in the attributes of the held holder, it is possible. One has no knowledge, one, and definitely one knowledge which doesn't have knowledge is held by the knowledge. Knowledge means I am. Then fine. Second thing is my body, my book. This is also okay. It is possessor. Possessed has no knowledge and possessor. Now one tricky point. I am book, or I am body. The here identification, because when one I am body, I am it is identification, and when identification means they got to be one and same. So here one thing is having, one is aware that he is body, then now it cannot go together that he is body. He is one with the body. Now here the big kind of how unconsciously, out of ignorance, this identification has happened, because the being identifying with the body superimposes all the happenings to the body to him. His age, his height, weight, his dispositions of the body, hungry, thirst, cold and heat, birth and death, disease, ailments, all are superimposed as his. This is happening because of the identification, total attachment. Now, this is not feasible because one is inert, body is inert, known, it is changing, and the I am, which is aware of it, has to have knowledge. It has knowledge, and it is changeless. That is the thing. So this identification with the body is making more things more complicated and discomfort. So the fact means this I am body is an issue to be definitely reveled upon, because this has to be only with clarity, with viveka. This should be diffused, this falsehood, because it doesn't arise. I am body. Body is known, and I am knower, then how this attachment happens? So though they are coexist, they are non-coherent attributes. That is the principal thing. This is a big major point. This is what also said by Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga, knower of the body. Now identification of the knower of the body with the body is all that calamity which has brought. Now this is first point. First is of it. Second part is now the same contextions made. I have knowledge, I have jnana, and it is how means the jnana is held and I am holder. So jnana, there the holder cannot be. There is nothing like the super knowledge. Knowledge is one, so knowledge cannot be held. It doesn't. It is not sustainable. It is feasible when the both are separate entities. So I have knowledge is incorrect, for does not hold good, and my knowledge also. Here knowledge cannot be possessed because by, there has to be anything better knowledge, nothing like that. That also is. Now the worst part of it is I am knowledge. Now this also is if it is as if I am is there before and then knowledge and they are one. So now you see oneness means when there is no oneness I am knowledge means they are one. In fact they are one from the from the if there is a turn around then it is holds good. How? Because knowledge, because when I am knowledge fine, but now this I am is localized to one's own body. It is so many 3 dimensions. If you base 6 by 2 by 1, 12 cubic feet, it is a pentagon. But whereas if this is the contention of everybody, 100 millions are there, I am knowledge, then it is not that 100 million, 100 divisions have happened. As we say, knowledge pervades everywhere. It is a cosmos everywhere because all that the realms owe to knowledge for their existence, because intelligence is pervading the entire creation. Creation owes to intelligence, creation owes to Shakti, and Shakti is wielded by the knowledge. So Shakti is all pervading, knowledge is all pervading. So the knowledge, the other now knowledge, as we have beginning we have seen, knowledge means I am means knowledge. So knowledge is directly operating as I am, and being immediate expression, uh, and I am being immediate expression of knowledge is verily knowledge itself. So this is understood, then this is the way to cross boundaries, limitations of the body contours and oneness with that nirakara infinitude. Otherwise one is localized. If now the point is who is follower, which is the leading and which is trailing. Knowledge is operating as I am, okay, because then I am can be can be anything, because there is a Mahakasha, there are so many Ghatakasha. So as many things innumerable can be there, because the Akasha from back end to forend, okay, forend held a back end, that is ridiculous. That's what is I have knowledge and my knowledge, all this one thing. So it has to be comprehended with this clarity. Otherwise now this problem is that one, though with the first example contrast, one is yes, it is vindicated that he is not body, but he has knowledge. Now that knowledge is localized, because the knowledge, the I am held, the being held knowledge, knowledge which is incorrect, makes the being to localized. Now being is Jivo Brahmaiva Napara. Being God, the oneness is held, upheld. So it is otherwise is logical, sustainable, because electricity is all pervading. Electricity localized to a train, if it were to say I am, this I am, it is only analogy. Then I am, I am actually, it is a trail, and the leading is that overhead electricity. Then it is one and same, because if you scope the electricity in a train and the overhead train, it is the same attributes, its waveform or whatever. So same way, the jnana is one, prajnana brahma. So jnana, I am means jnana. Jnana means I am. Now, even for our mundane parlance, if somebody is loses faints, loses consciousness, he is unable to say I am. No, after some first aid, he gained consciousness. I am. No, he has got gained his consciousness. So consciousness means I am. I am means consciousness. But conscious driven I am is logical. Then this I am can always, because as attribute it is same thing. So this is the actually the hidden part of it. And in the first part, that I am body, we have seen my body and I have body. These things, that body can be extended to second thing, even the mind, our thoughts, feelings. They are also known. So my thought, I have my thought, and I have thought. Yes, it is. You are aware of it, but I am thought. That is also issue of thinking, because thoughts are ever moving. Thoughts are ever moving. One thought has come, one last minute thought is not there now. Now thought makes way for the thought awaiting in queue. Now thoughts are moving, they are varied names and forms. But the one knower of the thought. Now if you are to be the earlier thought, he would have departed. Now thoughts are moment to moment changing, they are fleeting, they are they are transiting, they are transit. So transients. So the I am is not I am thought. I am identification with the mind. This is also a thing illogical, because thought is also known, it is inert. The knower of the thought is other than it. Known thoughts are moving and many, plural, and the knower of the thought is one, and he is single. So he is noticing all the things. So now these three things will give us the relief. I am body, no, not applicable. I have body, my body, okay. But I am thought, wrong. I have. Then with this we have detached, dissociated with the body mind relapse. But then one has deducted to be knowledge. I have knowledge. This is also to be deciphered. I have knowledge. The correct means uh, knowledge as a suffix is incorrect. It is also a projection, because knowledge cannot be held by I am. When I am is very much knowledge, and that knowledge is everywhere, it is the otherwise is logical, and it is correct. So knowledge held I am okay. Then with this one is able to trace to the infinite all pervasiveness, unbounded state. So this is the just terminology in that, how the terminology uh, makes a significance in vindicating the subject. Hariom.